Welcome back to Outdoors with Larry Ray on ESPN 790 AM. Brought to you proudly by the Tennessee Wildlife and Resources Agency.
Hey, good Saturday morning. Welcome back to Outdoors with Larry Ray. This is closing in. I think Shelby McCall, I think we're right at 490 shows over these years, and we have not missed a week in all these years of doing Outdoors with Larry Ray right here in Intercom Radio. Well, what do we got? 5 stations, 4 stations? 5 stations. Okay. Right here in Memphis, Tennessee, all you folks in Brownsville on 1520 AM and 95.3 FM, Jackson, Tennessee on News Talk 101.5, and, of course, at ESPN 790 AM here in Memphis. This is first Saturday. It seems like it was only yesterday. Saturday. Yeah. So that means there's the one voice you'll hear, Dave Goubert, and then the other voice is the pun master himself, Gene
it's
Smith.
The Daryl and Daryl Show.
Yes,
yeah,
yes.
Daryl old-time outdoor hour.
Well, you guys listen in. We talk to this next guy because he's been in the business for a while. We're not going to age anybody, but I know he knows a thing or two about tree stands, ground blinds, and all these kind of things, because when I heard the name Bob Ransom, I said, I know that name from somewhere, and I've been around a long time, and this is the guy that I probably spent my first money on a ground blind when he's with Ameristep, but now he is with Primal Treestands in Littleton, Colorado. Good morning, Bob.
Good morning.
I know we got you up early, Bob, so we'll get you out of here and, just try to prop yourself up over there and everything. Appreciate you taking time, because I talked to our folks. We're in the CWD. We're chronic wasting disease hotspot right here in Memphis. And Dave Goubert knows this. Gene Smith knows this. We've just added 3 counties to our CWD unit, and which means that our deer season will open in August. And that's just 2 months away. And somebody say, why talk about stands now? Hey, we're going to be hunting in 2 months. So
you got a scout?
Yeah, you got to scout and do all these things right now. And Gene and Dave, you know this, but talk about your business there, Primal, because that's a great name. How did that come about?
Well, Primal Vantage, Primal, just instinct hunting. The early days of man.
Yeah,
I should say.
Yes.
but gentlemen, over the years, ladder stand hunting seems to be, if you're going to hunt from a height, it's ladder stand, and we have some true ladder stand innovation.
Yeah. And you talk about the grip jaw. I mean, I love the name for that.
Sure. Okay, so we've got our line of ladder stands has a jaw and truss system, and
explain
when you
that.
put the ladder up against the tree, you engage the jaw. The jaw grips tightly around the tree. You ratchet that on from the ground level. So before
from the ground level,
the tree.
Yeah,
right.
So this is like somebody doesn't pay their parking meter. They're going to get that jaw on their car before they leave. When it comes down to it. So you don't get up in the stand and do it. It's done before you put the ladder up, right?
Before you ascend up the ladder, and you put on a conventional ratchet around the top of the tree like you would any ladder.
Right,
but before you do that, you can engage the jaw system utilizing a ratchet, which puts it on as tight as can be.
And how tight? As tight as can be.
As tight as you can muscle it.
As tight as you can muscle it, and try and to do this, you're looking at safety now. So this item here, I can tell by this that it's not going to move if you put it on right.
That is correct. Now, this jaw system works in conjunction with a truss system. Now, the truss system eliminates your conventional stabilizer bar. You know how you got to have your ladder, you got to have your tree, and then you got to have that perfect connection going from your ladder to your tree.
So you don't have that now with this.
No.
You've taken that fun away. Okay.
Yeah. So what the truss will do is it makes it stronger, keeps pressure on your ladder sections, and it eliminates all of your noise because there's pressure on all your ladder sections between the jaw and the truss system. They work in conjunction with one another. It takes out all your squeaks and creaks, Another thing I really like about the truss system is it allows you to work in a place, let's say a river bottom or the edge of a field, or where the trees aren't growing straight. Because most of the time where I'm hunting, they're not.
Yeah, our trees are not very straight here. I can tell you that. Now, most of our hunters aren't either. But when it comes down to it, but I like what you said there. Takes the noise out, because I like I said, I'm on the ground. And I'm going to talk to you about that in a minute. But I've been in the tree stand where I didn't realize until the wind blew that how much that thing was swaying. It was creaking, and I said, "Golly, I got to start all over." And to get that noise out, it's like us trying to not have any wind noise when we're doing an interview or something like that. So, to me, the stabilizer, that was the old thing that I had trouble with, but this truss system takes that all out. So
yes, it does. It makes your sets very versatile.
Well, talk, Bob, a little bit. I know you've been in this business for a while. Like I said, I'm not going to age you, but you've been in it for
30.
Yeah, 30 years. Let's say that. You started when you were 12. I know that. So, but talk about the evolution of the tree stand, and then talk a little bit about where we're going in ground blinds too. But talk about where you were when you first went with Maristep and things like that. Talk about the technology that's coming. You just blew out some systems there, that terms that I've never heard before. But so talk about that.
Well, it used to be if you were a bow hunter, you wouldn't think of hunting from a ladder stand.
No.
Or a ground blind.
Yes.
You would never hunt from a ground blind. How you ever gonna harvest deer hunting from the ground or from a ladder stand?
Yeah.
And that's all gone by the wayside now with the technology and the height. We make a 22-foot Mac Daddy.
You make a what?
Stand.
I'll say that one more time. 22 feet.
22-foot Mac Daddy Deluxe.
Did y'all hear that?
That's a ladder stand.
That's a Mac Daddy Deluxe, 22 feet up. Now let's see, that's up to about the third floor of a building. I mean, okay, and you make it so it's safe to be there, right? I mean,
yes, exactly. With the John Truss system. So now you've got this situation where bow hunters and gun hunters alike are hunting from ladder stands. Ladder stands, you're getting in the stand in the dark. You're coming down in the dark a lot of times.
Yeah.
And, quick, quiet, easy, and safe.
Wow.
That's why people have progressed into ladder stands as opposed to hang-on stands. We make a wide variety of hang-on stands.
Who doesn't? Yeah.
But ladders seem to have gained in popularity, same as ground blinds. Now we're in the ground blind business, and we've come out with the new RAF 260 ground blind.
Yes, I love it.
Now,
this
is a ground blind that you can see out. It's a one-way wall. You can see out the wall. You can't see into it. There's no blind spots.
There's no blind spots in a blind.
Wow.
You got to rename it. If it's not a blind then. If it's if you can't see it, it's an igloo like that. But no, and what I've noticed in these things, and I've been looking in them. This is a very competitive field, Bob. You know that more than anybody else. And if you're going to stand out as a company, you got to come up with devices. And I think you just mentioned, for those of us that do hunt on the ground, I've always been concerned that you're propping out and you're sticking your nose out, or you're, whatever it might be. But this new ground blind, to me, is very revolutionary. I mean, it's a new technique that maybe other people are going to follow.
Yeah, it's a lot of fun to hunt from, because as I mentioned, you can see right through the fabric.
Can you get two people in there? Is it two people? Can you get two people?
Yes. Oh, yes.
Well, I also noticed not only that, but you got a lot of two-man stands too, ladder stands, and I'm taking a young person hunting. Now you don't have to put them 22 feet in the air, folks. But they have we've
got them 15, 18, perfect height for you and another person.
And I've got a lot of stories. When I went to the ground blind a couple of years ago, and the comfort and things along that line, the takedown and the assembly has become even better too, Bob. I remember in the old days, I had trouble. I could get my ground blind put up, but I could never fold that thing right. You know, I mean, it became a contortionist. But you guys have improved that too. The put down I was looking at, as far as the setup, is really simple too, right?
Yes, it is. It works on a hub system. So you push the hub in, you push the hub out. It brings it erects the blind or it takes it down.
Now, Gene, you listened to this, and I know ground blinds are important for you. You're a bird watcher.
Right.
We have a lot of listeners.
Try to talk him out of one of them.
Yeah, we have a lot of listeners on this show that do not hunt, but use ground blinds in their fields and to watch for different things. I like just watch critters, okay? Gene is a hunter education instructor, and you talk safety a whole lot, Gene. And so the ground blind is a perfect thing for first-timers, isn't it, Gene Smith?
Oh, yeah, of course. I like that idea of see through it and can't see in it. Because when I was president of Audubon for 15 years, we did a lot of bird watching, and the worst ground blind you ever seen in your life looked like shredded burlap.
Well, I know we've come a long way, and Bob, I really appreciate. I need to let folks know how they can get in touch with you guys. It's a great Father's Day gift. Is that okay with you, Bob, if I put that out there?
Absolutely.
Because, as I said, we're going to talk later in the show about the new deer dates, and I thought this would, talking to Bob Ransom, would give us a little whet our appetite for those of us that deer hunt. So tell them how they can get in touch with Primal Treestands.
PrimalTreestands.com.
That's
Primal
it, buddy.
Treestands with an S.
That's all it is, Primal Treestands.com. Look them up. Looks like a great thing to do. And, Bob, let's stay in touch, okay, buddy? Appreciate you being.
Yeah, absolutely, guys. Thanks for your time.
Thanks, buddy. And I know that you are a Scorpio, so I'm scared of you already, okay? So, thanks, Bob.
Thank you.
All right.
Thank
you. All right.
All right. Bye-bye.
All right, Bob Ransom with Primal Treestands.
And the one good thing, people are going, why are you talking about deer stands? It's June. Well, I'm a firm believer. You need the time to get one and learn how to use it is not
right
before the season opens.
Well, that's why I said this. They may wonder about why we're doing this, but I'm telling you, when we talk deer dates later on with Chuck Yost, you're going to find out that we don't have much time. It's food plots are not going to be ready in time for our deer season this year.
Right. Oh, yeah.
Because we got such a wide variety. Okay, you got a pun for us? So we got time for a pun?
Oh, yeah. I went to the zoo not too long ago, and they had all the animals outside where we could pet them.
Uh-huh.
I thought that was kind of cool.
Yeah.
And this one lady was playing with this kangaroo.
Kangaroo.
And, yeah, she started tickling me. He took off running, and the zookeeper said, "What in the world did you do that kangaroo to make him run?" She said, "I tickled him." She said, "Well, you're going to have to tickle me because I got to go catch him."
Okay. Any words of wisdom, Dave?
Well, I was talking to a gentleman the other day. He said since all this COVID stuff has come down, he's become kind of quite the gardener. He said when it started, he planted himself on the couch. Okay. And he's been growing ever since.
I like that one. Did y'all hear that? The guy planted him. He's wanted to be a gardener, so he planted himself on the couch, and he's been growing ever since.
Yeah, there you go.
I got to remember.
Whatever happened to the tree lounge? Y'all remember that?
The what?
The tree lounge.
I remember that.
Oh yeah. I forgot all about that.
I guess that faded out.
I've been trying to rack my brain to see when the evolution, when tree stands first started showing up, in the hunting.
Well, that's something that you can do between now and first Saturday next month. Your assignment is to tell us the old ladder stands. Oh man,
what about the Baker tree stand when it falls down if you step on the wrong place?
Well, I've been on some. What?
I've used climbing stands, and where you get up there and you learn quickly to tie your foot platform to your stand.
Yes,
right.
I've been one of those individuals that's been sitting up there and not have it tied, and all of a sudden you move or something, and you watch that foot platform go tick, 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 tick.
Yep,
tick, tick,
all the way
tick,
down
to the bottom of the tree.
Yeah, and your heart goes tickety, 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 tickety as you go down. So, all right, let's take a break. Take a break on Outdoors with Larry Ray, and it's TWRA time already. It's hard to believe. We've got 30 minutes left. Is that true? That is true. Man.
Yep.
Fastest 90 minutes in outdoor radio. We'll be right back.